I'm back with another triggering topic. Now, this video is about Kevin Samuels and the legacy that he has left behind. I'm going to post things that his supporters have posted while I speak. So please watch the screen, but beware, trigger warning. Now, oftentimes when you talk to Kevin Samuels supporters, they'll tell you BS like he wanted the black community to come together and he wanted to strengthen the black family, when that was the furthest thing from the truth. All you have to do is take an objective, non-biased deep dive into his YouTube to see that. But anywho, as I've said in my previous videos, I've been lurking in quite a few Kevin Samuels manosphere groups, and their rhetoric is absolutely degrading. All they do is talk bad about women, more specifically, black women. There is nothing positive said, and I mean nothing. And if a man dares to bring any positivity, they attack him, and I will show proof of that in a moment. You know I always come with receipts. Now, they say a man's worth is in the legacy that he has left behind. And all Kevin Samuels has left behind is bitter, broken, angry black men who despise the women that they came from. Kevin Samuels with his whole rating thing and saying that black women have no worth after 30 and saying that black single mothers are worthless and shouldn't be chosen and talking about how high value men have all the options and women should be throwing themselves at their feet, or saying that a man can cheat and doesn't have to sexually satisfy a woman as long as he is providing for her, has really got these men hyped up and stuck on stupid. You have men that look like this and this and this, speaking on the looks of women when they have been beaten with the ugly stick until they were unconscious. The delusion is real. Now, I'm going to show y'all some posts, and then I'm going to talk about and show you truly what these men look like and what they think like. These are the faces of Kevin Samuels supporters. These are who they are. These are the men that are one day going to resort to violence and attack black women because they are hateful and angry that they cannot get the woman that they desire, that the woman that they desire will not choose them. But I digress. Let's begin. Now let's break down this first comment by this black man. Now he says that black women are turned off by a black man's kindness and happiness, that they don't want to be treated kindly. And then you have another black man right underneath this talking about facts. And you know what? When you look at this, you're like, that sounds crazy. It sounds unreasonable. That doesn't make sense at all. This doesn't sound like a man that has any experience with black women at all. And then you click on his profile and you see this. And then you know instantly where the hatred and the anger stems from. That he's angry because he's not being chosen and he never will be. But how was that our fault? But let's go deeper. So let's take a look at this black man's comment at the top where he says that he prefers to date out because black women play too many games. Now, I wasn't aware that playing dating games was a racial characteristic, but I digress. Let's look at this comment below from yet another black man saying that he prefers to date outside because there are too many sellouts on the inside. Now, that doesn't even make sense because isn't dating out or excluding the women that you come from the very definition of selling out? But I decided to click on these men's profiles and lo and behold, they look like this and this. And I'm really coming to the conclusion that a lot of these Kevin Samuels supporters are undesirables. They are men that no one wants, and most definitely men that can't obtain the black women that they desire. So they bash what they cannot obtain. And the other half of the Kevin Samuels supporters are misogynistic, abusive black men who may be able to obtain black women, but they want them to accept mistreatment, cheating, abuse, and whatever other misogynistic thing they can think of. And they often have very degrading views on women in general. Case in point, Mr. Hyman Checker T.I., who was so upset at his fellow toxic zaddy's passing. And then what's even worse is that these bitter black men have let men of other races come into these spaces and degrade black women and offer their opinions on what they think about us as well. Look at these comments on the athlete Sha'Carri Richardson. Just disgusting. And I have way more information to get out, but I don't want this video to be too long. So if you're interested in a part 2, just let me know in the comments down below.